Hello, and thanks for tuning in for another session of Back Porch Catechetics with Dr. Humphreys. In this short video, I'd like to reflect on the topic of meditation. Meditation is using any human faculty to focus on a particular topic, and it's one of the traditional expressions of prayer found in many religions. Specifically within Catholicism, we can compare meditation to vocal prayer. If vocal prayer, like the Our Father, moves from point to point to point, then meditation should move from a point to a focal point. That is, in vocal prayer, I would follow a thought or an image from one to another to a third and a fourth and so on down the line. Whereas in meditation, I would try to follow all thoughts back to the central concept or the central theme. This means that I might have to discard some thoughts or some images which are not related to my chosen topic for meditation. Other people will use meditation in a different sense. They'll give a different technical definition. I have in mind the definition provided in the Catechism, which summarizes the long tradition of saints reflecting on how best to define this aspect of mental prayer, meditation, in contrast to contemplation or vocal prayer. In that sense, meditation is the focusing of any human faculty, the mind, the emotions, the heart, your vision, your imagination, in a quest for a particular truth. If you're familiar with another definition, please make use of it as well. The goal is that we learn to pray better. You might be coming to a period of meditation all on its own, just sitting down to meditate right now. Or it might be rising out of another practice, like part of your cycle in Lectio Divina, or a moment of meditation in the Liturgy of the Hours. In any case, I think the central point of meditation is really the same, that again we're focusing on a quest for a particular truth. Now, however I arrived at meditation, when I want to push myself farther, I find it helpful to set an alarm or to use church bells, or if you're in a community, sometimes one person will be designated as the timekeeper. This tells me when my time is up, and it lets me focus on my particular topic. Say I'm meditating on love. I don't have to also watch the clock and worry about what's coming next. I can simply be free to focus on love. And if some other idea comes in as a distraction, like the list of groceries I need to buy later this afternoon, I'm also free to set that aside within my little period of meditation, the time that I've carved out to focus on this quest for the truth of love. I find short periods from 8 to 15 minutes or so most helpful. At other times, of course, we simply find ourselves meditating and we roll with it until it's over, and then we return to another stage in Lectio or to whatever comes next in our day. One image I find very helpful for conceiving of what I'm doing when I'm meditating is a network or a spider's web, in which, at the end of the day, everything is all connected and it should all be drawn down into that one central point. My quest then, the goal in expressing my prayer through meditation, is to take one topic out here and trace it down until I can find it related to the particular goal for that meditation. Another image that helps me think a lot about what I'm doing when I'm meditating is the image of layering. And the image of layering works from two directions. On the one hand, it's uncovering. Perhaps I'm reading scripture and I engage the surface meaning, and then I meditate on the word that stands out to me. And as I get deeper and deeper into the meditation, I go farther and farther uncovering layers, exposing them until I get down to something even more central than I had originally seen. Other times, the image of layering works the other direction. I realize that I may be just starting in my meditation on a particular topic, and what I'm actually doing is building layers, starting with a foundation and adding on top of it more and more things. One image that comes to mind for this is the Adoration Chapel in the Abbey where I frequent is a place that has layers of meaning for me. There's a tabernacle there. It's a beautiful space. I proposed to my wife in that Adoration Chapel. I built a kneeler that stays there for other people to pray. I have gone there to say goodbye to children we lost early in pregnancy. Every time I stop by that side altar with the tabernacle, the Adoration Chapel, all those layers of meaning are there. I've been building layers in my meditation in that space. And when I sit to express my prayer and meditation there, all those layers are present at once in that meditation. So two images I find helpful: the network or the spider's web, where all things are ultimately related to one central point, or layering, in which I might either be uncovering what lies below, or I might be building. A third image, which is deeply traditional and fantastically artful for meditation, is to look at a glossed Bible. There are many ways of glossing a Bible. Marginal glosses and interlinear glosses are the two that scholars most often discuss. In an interlinear gloss, the words of Scripture often appear larger, and the glosses, the little comments, appear smaller in between the lines of Scripture. Quite literally, as you're reading a gospel passage, there are also in smaller letters reflections from all of the saints in the tradition, which deepen and back up, which give you layers and references to the meaning that they too have found in the text. In the marginal gloss, we see that the passages from the saints of old literally surround the words of Scripture and hold them up as they float in the middle of the page. I like to think of my meditation on Scripture as including all of the rest of the tradition I've read and lived, all of my previous meditations floating around this one central word that God has given me. I invite you to continue your meditations and to express your prayer evermore deeply.